Hey Paisanos! It's another episode of Tekken Tutorials for Smash. My name is Calcos, and on today's episode, we're going to teach you two things. Counter hits and punishment. So, if you play Smash exclusively and do not delve at all into traditional fighters, counter hits are going to be completely foreign to you. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, counter hits do exist in Smash. There's down B on the Fire Emblem characters, there's Bandit's Witch Time, and so on and so forth. No. Those are counter moves. Those are moves that explicitly counter the opponent when they hit you. Counter hits are a completely different concept. The idea behind a counter hit is that you hit with a move when your opponent is doing a move themselves. Okay? So with it, you can get special properties. The universal property is that you get about 10 to 18% extra damage with a move that you hit on counter hit. But there's more to it because certain moves on counter hit have very special properties. And I'm going to teach you with Steve here because Steve's entire character is built around the concept of counter hitting. So the first thing I'm going to teach you is what counter hitting does, and then I'm going to teach you how to counter hit. So let's take Steve's best move. His best move is this. It doesn't look like much, but it's his best move. It's back one. And specifically, it's back one into flicker stance, like that. When you hold backward, after pressing back one, you'll go into flicker stance. So, back one by itself is not much. It comes out in 13 frames. It's -1 on block if you cancel into flicker stance, and it does about 17 damage. But if you land a counter hit with this move, it does that. I'll show you again. That is extremely important because that is technically a launcher. Like, see how if I hit with a launcher, I can go into a combo here? So hitting back one counter hit puts me into a launcher where I can get a full combo. I'll show you. See? That wasn't exactly a true combo at the wall, but you know what I mean. The point has been made. And there are lots of moves like this. Like, for example, here's Steve's down forward 2. It's a mid, it tracks, not too much. But if I landed on counter hit, I get a full combo. There's a whole bunch of Steve moves that are very similar to this. Let's think of another one. Like, let's do this. That move. Right there, that's a counter hit. Let's try this one. That's a counter hit. So on and so forth. And many characters have more than one counter hit move. Now, ignore this. That's a key charge. Ignore it entirely. The only reason why I'm using it is so I can get the counter hit properties. Now, I also want to show you can even get little mini combos off of it. Like this, for example. That doesn't connect normally because you don't have the frame advantage to be able to connect both of those moves. But if I counter hit, there, I can do it. I can even get a little combo right there for 49 damage. It's pretty good. But how do you counter hit? You counter hit by attacking while the opponent is winding up for a move. I will show you exactly what I mean by recording. Let's see here. R1. There we go. So, all right, so we're going to record Miguel here doing something that leaves him at disadvantage on block. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do that again. So that's a decent pressure tool, especially if the opponent's not watching for it. But that overhead, the overhead club, that leaves him -7 on block. So if he does it again, I can interrupt it with a move of my own. Oops. Did I? Okay, I got it. No, come on. There we go. Ah, frick. All right, let me set it again. I'm really sorry. All right, there we go. It's because I didn't record it last time. There. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, no, that's a terrible one. Let's, try that again. I've got a better idea. So I'm gonna do this and then that again. So that's -9 on block. That's actually really, really bad. So if I realize this when he tries to do that, try to do a move again, like he's -9. So if he tries to do another move, he's gonna get counter hit. And if I realize that, here's what'll happen. No, come on. That should play now. There we go. Thank you. All right. So let's... Okay, so it will work. Let's try this again. All right? Let's try this again. I'll show you. See? That's a counter hit. He was in the middle of the windup for the move, and I can counter hit him just like that. It's easy as that. And then I can go into a full combo. That's counter hitting. So it's one of those things where you have to figure out as you play when the opponent is at a disadvantage. And if they keep attacking, you can use your counter hit move, your main counter hit move, whatever it may be. For Steve, it's back 1. For a lot of characters like Shaheen and Law, it's a magic 4, which is just standing 4. You can do that and it'll counter hit. So that's counter hitting in a nutshell. You basically hit with your own move while your opponent is winding up for one of his own. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you punishment. So punishment is it's with punish. Punishment is 2 things. One, it's with punishing, which if you're a Smash player, you should already know what that is. Basically, if the opponent doesn't move and there's a whole bunch of ending lag, you can come in with a move of your own before they can act. Now, block punishing is very similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record Miguel here doing, let's see here. Yeah, I've got a good one. We'll have him do that, okay? That has a fair bit of ending lag, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have him... Darn it, I did it again. Okay. Actually, no, I'm gonna have him do this instead. And this time I'm actually gonna record it. Okay? We're gonna have him do that. I'm gonna back up a little bit. That's... Okay. That wasn't a proper whiff punish, though. And I'll show you what I mean by that. See, that's a whiff punish, and you can see that because on the lower left-hand screen, the tutorial mode tells you, hey, that's a punish, right? But that's not a punish. He could block that because there's not enough ending lag at the end. So that's how you could tell if it's a punish in training mode. Now, I'm going to teach you something a little bit more interesting, okay? I'm going to do this move here, all right? Now, here's where whiff punishing gets interesting, okay? Oh, sorry. You can do that. Now, it didn't say punish, but it doesn't need to. I know that was a whiff punish. See, there's a punish. This is where the 3D movement of this game comes in, is that you can sidestep certain moves and punish that way. See? I can even do it with that. Oh, screwed that up. That one again. So if you see a move coming, see, that's a punish as well. If you see a move coming, just sidestep it and punish it. Now keep in mind, not all moves can be sidestepped the same way. Some can, some can't. And if your sidestep is late, it won't work. But see, this move can be sidestepped. And so I can punish it with a combo of my own. That's the beauty of 3D games. So something similar would be something like a side dodge. The difference is that a side dodge is very easy to use because it's invincible, you know? But sidestepping is not invincible. You can get caught with a sidestep, with a move, especially if it has very good tracking properties. Okay, so it's important that you understand these things. Now there's one more thing that I want to teach you that you might also be familiar with, even if you're a Smash player. There are certain moves that are unsafe on block. And what that means is, if the opponent does that move and I block it, I can come in with a move for free. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Miguel do an unsafe move, which is this. I'm gonna have him do that. Okay? Okay. So I'm gonna block it. See, that's a punish. Again, training mode told me it was a punish. That's a punish as well. Now that's not a punish, because he could block. See that? But that's a punish right there. That's not a punish either. See, this means that Steve cannot launch punish that move. Other characters, however, can, because other characters do have moves that can launch, but Steve does not. However, he can get some decent punishes off. Like, that one's a punish as well. I think, as a matter of fact, that's the best move I can punish that with. Because I think that's 15 startup frames. But you can see that, right? You can see that that's a punish. So that's how punishment works, block punishment. But if you are familiar with Smash, that's not a foreign concept to you. Like, for example, Smash attacks can usually be punished if they're blocked or shielded, I should say. So that's not a foreign concept, but that's what it's called. It's called whiff punishing and block punishing. Anyway. This one was a little short, but the next one, I'm going to teach you how to effectively train and use training mode. And this does require its own tutorial, because unlike in Smash, the training mode in this game is way more comprehensive. So I feel it deserves its own episode on how to properly get yourself familiar with your character. Anyway, this has been Calcos. I'll see you next time.